Okay, let's talk about AI. But we're going to flip the whole script. Forget what you think you know. Here's the big, maybe uncomfortable question we're diving into. Are we the architects of our own obsolescence?
And it all really hinges on this one simple but kinda unsettling idea. See, we tend to think of AI as this alien intelligence with its own agenda. But what if that's not it at all? What if it's learning everything it knows from one single place? And that place is us. So that leads us right into our first big idea here, the uncomfortable truth. We're really going to dig into this claim that, well, we might just be the ones responsible for our own replacement.
I mean, you know the story. We've all seen the movies, right? It's the classic sci-fi narrative. Technology is this outside invader, this powerful force that's coming for our jobs, and we have to defend ourselves. It's us versus the machines. But here's the twist. What if that whole narrative is just wrong? What if the threat isn't some external enemy at all? What if the call is coming from inside the house? What if we're the ones who unlocked the door, invited it in, and are now teaching it exactly what to do? All right, let's keep going with this because this is where we really have to shift our thinking. This next part is all about a massive shift in perspective, moving away from blaming the technology and, well, starting to look in the mirror instead. So here it is, laid out side by side. The view we always hear is, blame the tech. AI is the problem. Simple. But the whole idea we're exploring today completely flips that. It says, nope, not the AI, it's us. Our behavior is the problem. It's a total reversal of blame. And this is the absolute key to understanding all of this. AI isn't some conscious being that thinks for itself. It's a learning model. And what's it learning from? Us. Every single search, every click, every mundane email we type, that becomes its lesson plan. We are literally writing the textbook it's learning from. So that leads to the obvious next question, right? If we are the training data, then what exactly are we teaching it? What are the key lessons AI is picking up just by watching everything we do? Well, it pretty much boils down to 3 key lessons. You can think of this as the training manual we've been writing without even realizing it. First, speed is more important than meaning. Second, if you do something over and over, you probably don't want to do it. And third, humans will always look for the easy way out. So let's break down that first point. We live in a world that demands instant everything. We want the fastest answer, the quickest summary, the most efficient solution. Through billions of daily interactions, we've basically shown AI that the main goal is to get to the finish line as fast as possible, even if that means you sacrifice little depths or nuance along the way. And this brings us to lesson number 2. I mean, think about so much of modern work, right? Filling out the same forms, answering the same emails, clicking the same buttons over and over. By doing all this repetitive stuff, we're creating a perfect, predictable blueprint for an algorithm to follow. We are essentially signaling that these are the parts of our jobs we'd be thrilled to give away. And finally, there's this one. We are just wired for efficiency, which, let's be honest, can look a lot like laziness. We use shortcuts, templates, autocomplete, anything to save a few seconds. AI sees this behavior and learns its prime directive: find the path of least resistance. It's not inventing some new idea, it's simply mirroring a fundamental human drive. Okay, so how do we tie all this together? What does it all mean? Well, that brings us to our conclusion, and it all comes down to a single, really powerful metaphor that sums this entire perspective up. And let's be really clear about this metaphor. A mirror doesn't create an image, right? It only reflects what's put in front of it. In exactly the same way, AI isn't inventing a future where we're obsolete, it's just reflecting the world we've already built, a world that values speed, automates repetition, and seeks convenience above almost everything else. So here's the crucial takeaway. When we look at AI and we feel that sense of unease, that worry about it taking our jobs or changing our world, we're not seeing a monster. We're seeing ourselves. It's just a reflection of our collective habits, our priorities, and our desires scaled up by technology. And that leaves us with one last really important question to think about. If AI is just a mirror, and we're starting to dislike the reflection we're seeing, well, there's only one way to change the image, isn't there? You have to change what's standing in front of it. So the real question isn't, what will AI do to us? It's, what are we teaching it? What do we want it to see next?